Welcome to MovieTube. Today I will tell you about the movie The Maze Runner. The film begins with Thomas waking up in an elevator, not remembering anything. Then he is met by people who have lived in this maze for a long time, and he begins to panic, not thinking anything. He began to run away from them, and after he stopped, then he saw the huge walls of the maze, after which he was thrown into a pit under arrest. After a while, a man came to talk to him, then he showed the circle and told about their lair. Then he met with Newt. After a while they saw people running from the maze. Thomas went to inspect the gate and in less than a minute the maze began to close. In the evening, everyone had fun dancing. Newt at this time told Thomas that who entered this maze at night, no one returned alive. After that, Thomas thought, then fell asleep. He had strange dreams. It was his memory before he was sent here. Tomorrow morning he was woken up by Alvy. Then he went to Newt and they sent him to get the land. When Thomas was digging the ground, he saw a strange guy. Thomas wanted to get acquainted, but he jumped on Thomas. Fortunately Thomas got a bone to his hand. Hitting him with it, he ran away. Thomas managed to reach the lair. The guy was catching up with Thomas and wanted to kill him. Newt hit him in time. Everyone hurried and grabbed him, after they saw that he was stung. After they sent him to the labyrinth, he said that he would heal. Thomas again began to have strange dreams that he was one of those who sent everyone here. The next day, Minnow and Alvy went to check out the maze. And in the evening they were waiting for them. But they were not there. The gate gradually began to close. Within a minute they saw them, but Alvy was wounded and Minnow did not have time, and when the entrance was almost closed, Thomas decided to help them. He ran into the maze. At night, Minnow and Thomas decided to raise Alvy, but the Griever saw them. Then Minnow suggested that Thomas throw Alvy, but Thomas did not agree and Minnow threw them himself ran away. Thomas managed to hide. Thomas secured the rope that held Alvy, then managed to escape and the Griever did not notice after he heard the cry of the Griever from the front. Frightened, he slowly walked back and accidentally stepped on the Griever's slip. From behind he felt that something was moving there. He froze in place. And Dude fell on top of him. Sliz Griever noticing he immediately ran.
Thomas stopped at some turn and Minnow suddenly appeared. The morning is already coming. The gates are opening. All people hope that they will return. Everyone started to give up, but one of them saw them and everyone was happy. After a while, the elevator returned, in which there was a girl and a note for all the time. Only guys came here. She was the first and in the note there was the word she was the last, which means that the elevator will return more, and they need to get out of here as soon as possible, because there is enough food for a month.
She woke up and said Thomas 3 times, then fell asleep again. Then in the morning, the 5 of them went to the maze to study the dead Griever. They pulled out his body part with the 5 of them. They found a strange thing in the body. It was a door activator. Then we went to the lair and there Minnow showed Thomas a secret hideout in which only runners can enter and he showed a model of the maze there. Minnow says that everyone ran here. There is no exit anywhere. Every night the cycle changes and a new section opens when a dead person is found. The Griever on him was number 7. When he was dead it was section 7 that was opened. This means that the Grievers come out of a different section. Then 2 guys came running saying that the girl woke up and in a panic climbed into the structure. Then they came. She threw and said that no one would come up after Thomas said that he was Thomas, and she stopped throwing. Thomas climbed up to her after they talked and she calmed down and said that her name was Teresa. The next morning, Thomas and Minnow went to the maze, wanted to find a way out and went to section 7, after they stumble upon a dead end. But at this time the green color turns on in the equipment and the door to the Griever's house opens. Slowly walk to the last door, then the red ray noticing them began to close the doors, noticing that they began to run home. For some reason the cycle changed and they somehow managed to run home. When they came to the den, they told everyone that they had found the Griever's lair. Then evening came, but the gates did not close. Everyone panicked. Then the Grievers began to attack people. A lot of people died. Half of them remained. Gally began to shit on Thomas that he was guilty of everything, that he was one of those who sent them here. Unable to restrain himself, Thomas thought that he was right and gave himself a poison injection. The next day, Thomas was given an antidote and they split into 2 teams. Thomas convinced everyone that he had found a way out. Half of the people stayed with Gally and half went with Thomas after they went to section 7. There they killed several Grievers while Thomas and several other people were distracting Grievers. Chuck opened the door, then accidentally knocked out the door activator. Then in the next frame Chuck activated the code. Then the doors began to close so they killed all Grievers and found a way home. Then they all found a cloned video in which a woman tells that the sun burned everyone in the world and even worse, a new virus has appeared that affects the brain, and fortunately there is an opportunity that some people can resist the virus and that's you. And at the end of the video, riot police entered the laboratory and killed everyone, and this woman finally killed herself with a gun. At the end, Gally came for them. There was a door opener in the section in his hand and he said that they could not leave, they would not be free outside, that there was no way out of this place and pointed a gun at Thomas, but Hitchcock and Minnow hit him with a spear. After the riot police came, grabbed them all and took them to the plane. But in the end, believing her words, Thomas and his team, then at the end, this woman says these phrases, yes, this woman just played the role, she is alive.
We can safely say that the tests with the maze were successful. Of course I did not expect so many survivors, but the more the better. Thomas sold them to surprise and impress me. And they now seem to have taken the bait. It's too early to say. But they can be the key to everything, so we're selling. It's time to start the second phase.
That's how the movie ends. Subscribe to the channel as I will release even more of these summary videos content, so as not to miss. Click on the bell and do not forget to like. It is not difficult for you. I am pleased, and please comment. Until soon.